You know how I've kind of subtly bragged about how I just don't get hungover, I can just drink and I'm fine the next day? I fear that that's not the case anymore. I'm growing old.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever gotten the ick from a friend?
Yes.
What are icks you've gotten from your friend, or what's your platonic ick? I love popping Pete's pimples, so.
Oh, I saw the trend, then I go and spoil it all by saying, and then you were like, can I pop your pimple? And I was like, ah!
Welcome back to another episode of MeanGirl Pod.
You're wearing the sweatshirt that I wanted to wear.
Wait, did you notice what I just did?
No, what'd you do? Smile?
No, I frowned.
Oh! Weird that I didn't call it out because no, I didn't see it.
I was like, I'm not going to smile this time.
I'm going to frown. No, I didn't even see it. I love yay for the frown, yay for the sweatshirt.
I'm just a girl. I love this color. This is the prettiest colored sweatshirt that we own. If I do say so myself.
Is it grape ice? What was the color of it? It's just yes.
Yeah, it was Grace. It was grape, spaceship, or icicle, or something that sounded really tasty.
Yeah, I remember being I want to drink this. Speaking of drinking in colors, why don't you tell us about your beautiful monster?
I know, I wish that my monster matched my sweatshirt today, but it doesn't because I had to go with something new. I'm back to the Ultra Sunrise Orange Monster, which literally tastes like a high C, which brings me back to when I was a kid and would drink the high C's from McDonald's. It's so good.
Wow. And I love that it's orange. I love a high C. I'm so jealous of all your monsters. You really make drinking Monster seem like an experience.
And it's 70 degrees today in New York City, so I felt like I had to bring out the sunshine flavored beverage because last week was winter practically, and now it's 70 degrees. We're back in summer.
Your weather up there, I hate to talk about the weather, but I was looking it up because I'm coming this weekend, obviously, and I was ready to break out my jackets, and I'm just not really gonna need them. I'm gonna lightly need one, but I don't need my puffer.
No, I think honestly, I feel like what used to happen in New York City was the weekdays were so beautiful and the weekends were cruddy and rainy. But this fall, every weekend has been stunning. Last weekend was 65. The weekend before that was 70. I think the weekend you come is going to be in the 70s. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in the fall leaves, if I see one more photo and I'm not there, I'm gonna cry. I cannot. I want to come a day early to make sure the leaves don't all fall off, but before I get there.
The fall foliage.
That's right, the foliage.
Are you?
I haven't heard the word foliage in a while.
What day are you guys? Are you guys coming Thursday to Sunday or Friday to Sunday? I forgot.
Friday, early Friday. We're on the early bird flight, the 5 a.m.er.
Is this Tate's first airplane?
Oh, yeah. It's her first airplane ride. And it's so funny because, the 24-hour clock doesn't feel as real as it does, with this airport. Because, I actually think our flight takes off maybe at 6:55. But she eats at 4 a.m. So we're just going to feed and then leave. It's, perfect.
Literally. Oh, my God. Are you excited or are you a little nervous to fly with her?
I'm so excited because she's so cuddly that I just need to time her eating right and get her back to bed and she'll just sleep on me and it'll be my dream come true.
Oh my God, you have such a cuddly baby. I cannot wait to meet her. I get to meet her in a few days. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you'll have met her the day before this episode comes out.
I know. And yeah, guys, if you're listening to this episode, the next week's episode, Alex and I will be recording together in person. IRL, baby.
Live from New York City.
What else do you and Harrison have any major plans for your first day or two in New York City? What do you want to see? I feel like you haven't been here in, I don't know, a year?
Yeah, the plan is no plan because we're just my only thing I must do is go walk around Central Park. I got to see those leaves, but other than that, we're just going to get coffee and chill. Because I don't want to set these expectations for myself because I'm still tired and up and very much enjoying that phase. So I just want to enjoy it up there, but it's a very relaxed, no plans trip.
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait. And I can't wait to see you and Harrison and us 4 or 5, including Pete, are going to go get dinner. And Tate's coming, right?
Yeah, she's the fifth. That's the fifth little girl.
I can't wait to meet her. Oh my God.
I know. I'm really excited for you to meet her. She's a cute little nugget.
She's a little bundle of joy.
Yeah, that's right. She'll just be at the table with us, hanging out. Okay, what are your roses and thorns?
So my rose for this week is my best friend Madeline, who got engaged. So that was super exciting because she's not my first friend to get engaged, but she's like your Sydney, your Nugget. So it was just so exciting because I've seen her and her boyfriend, their whole relationship grow, and I've just been there through all the milestones, and I was so happy that they got engaged.
Whenever I saw it, I texted you, but what I just like didn't have the hands to keep texting you about this, but it's like, it's really fun for you because I know you've been on bachelorettes and things like that before, but this will be like different. Like I've had my best friends get married, but like this is different for you. Like this will feel so special.
It literally will, and I think it's so much more special when you know the groom so well, and also you've like known them since the beginning of the relationship. Because like a lot of people I'm meeting now, they've already been dating their partner before I met them. But with Madeline and her boyfriend, I'm like, I knew you guys when you were literally just seeing each other casually and in the talking stage, and now I've seen you through it all, and I'm just like, I am so excited.
No, it's like special. Yeah, it feels. I can't say back to you what you just said because I can't say any better. But I'm very excited for you. And then, like, I feel like her picking out her dress and like all those special moments, like you'll be so looped in on. And so it's obviously the most fun for Madeline. Like obviously because she's the bride, but you're like her very best friend. So it's really special for you too.
Oh my God, yeah. And I feel like 2025 is going to be the year of weddings for me. Not just like weddings, but like weddings, bachelorette parties. Because my other really close friend, she just sent me her save the date for her wedding that's coming up. And I'm just like, now's my time. Now is the time that so many people have talked about how they've spent so many weekends at weddings. I'm like, 2025 is that year for me.
It is. Okay, so I remember this year for me, I think we went to like 7 or 8 weddings in a year. It is, but it's so fun because you sit down, like you're flying there, and then you're like, okay, it's you get dressed, like it's so fun getting dressed, and then you go to the event. Like it's such a special year. Like your weekends are so full of fun.
And selfishly, I have Pete to like take along on the ride with me, where I don't know, I think it's so much more fun to go to weddings with a partner. Going to weddings single, I've been to all of my past weddings single, and it just wasn't as fun. And I can say going with Pete, it's just been more fun, and I'm so much more excited to go to these weddings, being like, I can bring a +1.
You get a +1, you travel, like, because you're going to fly to all of them. Like, you travel to the weddings with someone, you get ready with someone. You know you're seated by them at dinner. Like, it really is. Unless it's either that or you go with, like, a girl group, you know? And, like, I think those are the most fun ways to do weddings. I totally agree.
Yeah, so it was a very special weekend. But what's your rose before we get into thorns?
My rose is coming to New York. Like, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
What about, so is the thing on the list is that your thorn?
My thorn is the spider. Yeah, I put it first because it's just.
But picks, I'm so excited about, or I'm so curious to what that means.
Well, it was my one last week. It was like we took the picks now. I got the picks back, but I'm not nearly as excited about that as I am for New York. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. And if there's one thing that Jordyn and I have always talked about, it is the benefits that we both see from therapy. Because you guys, you never know what life can throw at you. There's ups, there's downs, there's good, there's bad. And through it all, having a therapist, a licensed therapist to talk to about it is an invaluable asset to have. So that's why we've always loved having BetterHelp as our sponsor, because it is such a convenient way to get therapy into your guys' lives. So if you guys are thinking of starting therapy, you guys should really give BetterHelp a try, because it's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Seriously, having therapy fit so seamlessly into your life is so beneficial. I can't stress it enough. That's why BetterHelp is so incredible. So get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/meangirl today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/meangirl.
Wait, what the heck? Have you posted the pictures?
Yeah, I just posted them on my way up here, walking up the stairs.
I'll look once we got the episode. I was like, well, I need to see these pictures.
Yeah, they're cute, and like I love the photos, and I want to frame them, and it's already the background on my phone. But like I'm so ready to see these fall leaves.
Oh my God, I feel like this might be the last weekend too for the full fall foliage. So you're picking a good week. I think after maybe 2 weeks. The trees will probably have shed, but right now it's still so beautiful. I'm very excited for you.
If my trip was in like 2 weeks, I would move it till tomorrow. Like I would come. So this is my favorite part of the year. Every year in New York is this time. So what's your thorn?
Oh, my thorn is you know how I've kind of subtly bragged about how I just like don't get hungover, like I can just drink and I'm fine the next day.
Uh-oh.
I fear that that's not the case anymore. I'm growing old.
What happened?
So it was one of my good friends, her birthday last week, and I think I only had 4, maybe 5 glasses only. I had like 4 or 5 glasses of wine, but then I also had a shot. And the next day I was a pile, and the whole day Pete's like, this is a hangover, Jordyn. Like, you have a headache. You don't feel good. You want to lay in bed all day. This is a hangover. And I was like, no, I think I can't drink hard liquor anymore. My body rejects it.
So you think it was the shot though, like not the wine. The shot did it to you.
Of course it wasn't the wine. Wine is my friend.
Listen, I'm not excited about this for you, because it would be amazing for you to go your whole life not having a hangover. And I hope this was a one-off. But I do think it's good for you to understand what everyone else is feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I also will say, not to make excuses, but I'm a firm believer that alcohol affects us differently on our cycle. And I always think, like, right before I'm getting my period, I could have like 2 glasses of wine and fall over. But on my period or right after my period, I could drink like 3 bottles and be like, did I even drink? So just to put that out there.
And were you on your cycle?
Oh, yes. I'm close to getting my period. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That could be an effect of it. But I'm with you on this. Like, wine and beer are a safe place, but a hard alcohol, like it's the sloshy head. It's the headache. It's hard to function.
Yeah. How has your drinking been now that you're able to drink again? I feel like I would fall over after one drink.
It's also like so minimal. Like like I had 2 margaritas. One day I had 3 margaritas over the span of like 7 hours. And then other than that, like I just haven't been drinking that much, because it's like not like I really like this phase of life, and it's not nearly as fun to get up in the middle of the night when like if I didn't feel good. So I don't even like want to like feel that yet, you know? So I've really been enjoying like 1 or 2 glasses of wine if we go do something, but other than that, like, yeah, I don't, it's kind of a non-thought. Does that make sense? Like,
isn't it hard to? Because I saw you made a TikTok where you have to like test the milk.
Yes. So what I learned there was, okay, because there's so many different things about this breast milk situation, but basically I got these test strips because I didn't know what to do. So like I didn't know if I could drink, and what I had read was like one drink, you wait 2 hours for it to get out of your system. But basically what I learned with that video, because like some registered nurses started commenting on it, and then I started like reading more, and then I like asked our night nurse, and then I like asked some friends. Basically like you can do the test strip and it can tell you. You also, like, I threw the breast milk out, which like I should have never done because it's like sacred. So I should have like bathed her in it. You could also like mix it with other like sober milks. But I'm just so paranoid about it that like I'm not even gonna. I don't want to like risk it. So next time I would just like bathe her with it. But everyone's saying like if you can, this is what they say: if you can find your baby, you can feed your baby. So, like, if you're not so drunk that you're, like, passed out, but I'm, like, and I don't know, like, that scares me. So I just am going to bathe her with it next time.
I don't blame you. I feel like there's so many, like, funny videos where they show moms with their first baby and their second baby, and they're, like, you're so careful with your first baby because it's what you're learning. And then they always show, like, the second, third, fourth kid. They're just like, whatever. They can have any milk that I'm able to produce.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's such a funny thing. Like, and I don't feel like I'm paranoid about a lot of things, but with this one, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if we have like enough. I just don't have enough info on it. But I'm also not. Yeah, it's fine. I have so much. I got so obsessed with my freezer supply that I've built it up. So now it's like I have so much excess milk.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What's your thorn with the spider? I'm so curious.
I know it's Texas, and I know that this is a thing in Austin, but I hate cockroaches, and I hate spiders, and I hate bugs.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of flying cockroaches here, and I lifted up my makeup towel the other day, and there was one. And, like, when I tell you I did not sleep, and it's like I'm still paying for that night of sleep, and I bombed the house. I called an exterminator. I got these traps. Like, I'm on it. But it is not. I made everyone leave the house for 5 hours, turned off the AC units, like, did the bombing, aired it out. I walled off Tate's room. I put all these, like, towels around it so nothing could get in there. But, like, I hate a spider. It ruins 2 days for me. That's my thorn.
Oh. How big was it? And wait, was it a spider or a cockroach?
It was a cockroach in it. Well, here's the problem. I saw it so fast and I flung it, and like then I couldn't find it, that I can't actually confirm exactly what it was, but it was a bug.
I'm right there with you. I mean, I've unfortunately become a little immune to them living in New York because of how gross everything is. But if I see a bug, I freak out and it ruins my day. So I don't blame you.
It ruins it. And like, I know they're not out to get me, and like I'm bigger than they are, but
yes, they are.
I can't fathom it. I just think it. I don't know how to describe what I think is going to happen to me, but some people are afraid of heights, and like I'm just afraid of bugs.
Yeah. Did you?
Like, I would rather stand on top of the Empire State Building and look down with no harness on any day of the week. Like, I'd be fine up there. I cannot handle these bugs.
Did your mom or dad ever tell you when you were a kid, or like your brother, just like friends, anyone who's trying to scare you, that you eat or swallow 8 bugs every night, or 8 spiders every night? Because that still haunts me to this day.
Wait, I thought it was 8 a year.
Oh, I heard it 8 a night.
Ugh. I don't know. Gosh.
It's gross, though.
Yeah, I did hear it. And like, I can't handle it. I can't. There's no way it's true.
No,
Julie's Googling it. Do not tell me the statistic. No, Julie, I can't. You cannot tell me. I won't sleep. Don't tell me. There's no way we know. I can't. Don't tell me.
If Julie ever wants to get back at you, all she has to do is plant. Like, oh my God. Actually, don't do this, Julie, because you might cause Alex a heart attack. But I've seen like those fake bugs that people buy, and then they like set them in people's beds, and then people like lift up the mattress or their covers, and it'll be like a fake tarantula just sitting there. I feel like that would actually give you a heart attack.
So then the nanny comes over. We have one now 3 days a week, and she like comes over, and I just look wrecked. Like, I look wrecked. And she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I just didn't sleep. Like, I'm deathly afraid of cockroaches. She's like, I'm not. Let me go through the room. Because I'm like, I didn't catch whatever it was. She's like, let me go through everything. And she's so sweet. So she goes through everything and she texts me and she's like, okay, I found a cockroach in one of the drawers and I tried to squash it, but it's fake. And I was like, what drawer are you in? So she sends me a picture and I'm like, Harrison, do you have a fake cockroach? And he's like, no. And I'm like, no, I need to know now because I think the nanny found it. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, but the cockroach that I saw, it was real. Like, because it was like crawling or whatever I saw was real. It crawled. But he does have a fake one to scare me with, to your point.
Would kill him.
Yeah. And then she set it. So then she took it out and set it in a candle. And then I saw the candle and I was like, ah! And then I was just like, it's the fake one. So I'm just having a bug problem over here. Half fake, half real.
Oh my God. At least you keeping your house so cold keeps, I would hope, some bugs away. Because you know how it gets really hot? Like in New York when it would get super hot, all the bugs would come inside. Hopefully your ice box prevents that a little bit.
Yeah, it's tragic. I know. I was like, I'm so glad we're going out to New York. And then I'm like, well, they're there too. So it's just like they are some places. But anyways, that's my thorn. What's your thorn?
My thorn was the wine.
Oh, it was the hangover. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Thorn. Yeah, that's a good thorn for you. It's perspective. It's bad, actually. I hope you drink. I hope you have hard alcohol again and realize that it doesn't give you a hangover because I don't want you to have hangovers. But also, as long as you can drink wine and be fine, I think you're fine.
I don't even think I want to drink hard liquor. Like, I truly think if wine didn't exist and it was just hard liquor out there, I would become sober. Like, I genuinely don't, unless it's in a margarita, because then I think that's fabulous. But I genuinely don't like the taste of hard liquor. I hate shots. And I don't like cocktails. Like, I don't think they taste good. The only cocktail I would ever drink is like a margarita or an espresso martini. I love spritz, but I love champagne, so like that's in its own category. But like, yeah, if like champagnes, Prosecco's, and wine didn't exist, I would be like, I'm good not drinking.
Okay, you guys, we're going to talk about Quince, which is a new brand that Jordan and I just got stuff from like a month ago. And we were texting about how much we love it. And we're going to obviously talk to you guys about it. So fall is here. It's the cozy, leaves are changing. And so that's when you usually think of cashmere. You think of these cute purses. You think of cozy pajamas. I cannot stress to you how incredible the cashmere from Quince is, and the sweaters start at $50. And that's just not it. All of their items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. And JW, you got their purse in PJs and are obsessed with it, right?
Oh my gosh, I love mine. I forgot, I got a workout top from them that I have on underneath this sweatshirt. I wear it as like a tank top, and I wear it to the gym. It has like a built-in sports bra. It's so comfortable and it's so flattering. I feel like it's almost like a dupe for a very high-end luxury brand, but it was a very affordable cost.
And that's how I feel about their cashmere sweaters. I tried them on and I texted Jordan and I was like, what did you get? She's like, I got the purse. She told me all the things she got. She's like, I love it. I was like, I am obsessed with these sweaters because finding cashmere at a good price is impossible. And it's like the staple that you want in your winter and fall wardrobe. So this brand, like we like love this place. So get cozy in Quince's high quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/MeanGirl for free shipping on your order and the 365-day returns. I did not know they had 365-day returns. That's
wild.
Incredible. That's QUINCE.com/mean to get free shipping and 365-day returns. QUINC.com/mean. You guys seriously go. It's amazing. Thank you. Like, imagine choking down a vodka soda right now. I cannot.
Ugh. No, Alex, that's like my only beef I have with weddings is a lot of weddings, their only choice of wine is Chardonnay or Cabernet, which are my least favorite wines. I would rather eat my left arm than drink Chardonnay. And I don't want a tequila soda, gin and tonic or whatever. So most weddings I go to, I'm like, well, I guess I won't drink, or I'll drink like the champagne they give for free, like over and over again.
I mean, that's such a good point. Would you ever be down for a wedding that was like BYOB? Like everyone bring their own bottle of wine. Would you enjoy that? Because I would actually thoroughly enjoy that.
I think that would be actually so fun. As long as people didn't think I was like ripping them off. Or like maybe I would supply a lot, but I would be like, you can bring your own. Like that would make me so happy as an attendee.
Yeah, or they were like, listen, it's going to be a fabulous night. And like we went, we've got a great, DJ band, like food, blah, blah, blah. But like, listen, when it comes to wine, everyone's different. And so like bring your own just for fun. I would be so down for that.
Oh, I love that. That would be, I mean, I would literally thrive. I went to like one of my good friends who got married in September. Since she is a girl of our age, her white wine choice was Savvy B, and I was like, your wedding is now at the top of my books or the top of my list because the wine choice was Sauvignon Blanc.
That's like, I love the key to your heart. Yeah. And then when it is like that, it's so that honestly is a good point. Like somebody nailing the bar does make or break the night, because if somebody's got just Sauvignon Blanc like on tap, you're just like, oh, I'll just go all night. Like how fun.
Like I went to a wedding with Pete a while back, and it was open bar, which was incredible, but they only had Chardonnay and Cab, which is besides the point, but they had really old bartenders. And I'm talking like, I think this one bartender was pushing 75, maybe 80. And Pete was like, hey, can I have a dirty martini? And no joke, this man poured, it was like all vodka and like, half vodka, half vermouth. And he was like, it was like dirty water brown. He's like, this is not a dirty martini. And then my drink, I did ask for a tequila pineapple just to see if I could like hold it. I kid you not, it was all tequila with maybe a quarter of a shot of pineapple juice. I was like, this man.
Well, I do think the older generations, like, there's all these like generational stereotypes that I think are true, and like I do think our generation hates drinking more than like theirs, but they were strong drinks.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, that makes total sense, and it would be an older bartender. Just like, here you go, like you like straight to the point, right? Remove all the fluff of the taste.
Like we like took a sip and we like almost spit it out on people because we were like, oh my god, this is the strongest drink I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh yeah, I can't even. That rings so true. You know what you said, like an espresso martini. Like I used to love an espresso martini on the right occasion, and only one. But like really had to be like, we're having a fun night. Maybe in New York I'll try an espresso martini. Like I don't know what that would do to me. I think it would be like lighter fluid in my system.
Yeah, I don't know how we used to drink those all night long, and then. Granted, we'd probably go to bed at like 3 or 4, but I don't know how we didn't explode.
Oh man, espresso. They really got to have a limit of 1 on those, because your heart just starts to go.
You would think that they would kill people because of the amount of caffeine and alcohol.
I know, it's like a wild combination. Yeah, that like, oh,
it's wild. I would say it's wild. Okay, so what do you want to start with? Because we have a list of a lot of very fun topics. They're like silly and some serious.
Well, okay, you put in a TikTok in here, which was, it was the girl, and she was talking about, like, the more you do for a guy, the more he loves himself, but the more you do for yourself, the more he loves for you.
I thought you put that TikTok in.
I'm losing my mind.
I was like, I didn't put that TikTok in.
Because I saw that you put it in and I almost commented, I also saw this.
I'm dead.
This morning I was like, oh my God, same. I literally got served this TikTok. Okay, my topic. Great. Did you watch the TikTok?
Yes, I love that TikTok.
I'm going to give you a life hack that's going to change how you attach to people, how people respond to you, how magnetic you are, and it's going to stop you suffering about guys, okay? It's going to stop. I'm going to nip that right in the bud, okay? Like this. This is what men do. Men do this. They are the kings of this. That's where I got it from. Men. When Gerald does something for you, instead of thinking, and let's say Gerald got you a meal, he made you a meal. Instead of thinking, wow, Gerald is so amazing, he made me a meal, Gerald is so amazing. He changed my tires. Gerald is so amazing. He bought me some flowers. You uno reverso. I am so amazing. He decided to make me a meal. I am so amazing. He changed my tire. I am so amazing. He bought me flowers. When you do amazing things for a man, he doesn't think, wow, she's so amazing, she did that for me. He thinks, I'm so amazing, I must deserve that. And his ego grows. The more you do for him, the more he loves himself. The more you do for yourself, the more he loves you. I've told you that formula. Now, to stop yourself getting over-attached to him and obsessed with him and all about him, which is what we do because we love in a maternal way, every time he does something for you, what are you going to do? Must mean I'm so amazing. Do what he does. Must mean I'm so good. Every time the world is kind to you, give it as a merit to yourself, not to him. So at the end of it, you're going to be more and more attached to you and not to him. You're welcome.
I think people have it backwards where they think like when they're helpless. Okay, basically it's this TikTok where this girl is saying the more you need a guy to do for you, or the more you do for him, like the less he like will love you. That's a harsh way of putting it, but the more like you do for you and the more you grow yourself and like take care of yourself, then the more he will love you. And I feel like society kind of has a flip-flopped version of that in their heads.
Wait, what do you mean a flip-flop version? I thought, or the TikTok I thought was, maybe I'm not thinking of the right TikTok. The one I'm thinking of is the girl said that we should flip if a guy gets us flowers. Instead of thinking, I'm so lucky he got me flowers, you should be thinking, I deserve these flowers. He's so lucky to have me.
Yeah, no, it is that. It's the same like that's the same concept of like,
Okay.
You're like the second part of it. But yes, no, same TikTok.
Wait, so what do you think is flipped?
Well, I think people think like, I think we're so conditioned to think like the guy needs to save the girl. Woe is me, like bring me flowers, like this whole shower thing, as opposed to like I can take care of myself. I do deserve those. Like, yes, I'm good enough he brought me the flowers. Not like, oh, I need him to bring me the flowers to like define the worth, as opposed to like, yeah, I deserved those. Not like I deserved those, but like I was worthy of them.
Yes. Okay, sorry. I did. Yes, I fully understand what you're saying now. So you agree with the TikTok?
Totally. I totally agree with it. And I just thought it was a different way of looking at things too.
Yeah, no, I actually saw this TikTok a while back before I met Pete, and it really changed my perspective on dating and men and just like people in general, because a lot of times guys would do the bare minimum and I used to say, oh my God, he's the best. I'm so lucky. Like he's the guy for me because he opens the door, because he paid for our first date, because he got me flowers. And I saw this TikTok and I actually had a conversation about it with my therapist as well. And she and this TikTok is like, no, Jordyn, you are great and you deserve all of these things. Like this is just the bare minimum. Like if a guy gets you flowers, great, but you're great and you deserve those flowers. Like don't put men on these pedestals for doing the bare minimum, because you are worthy of more than the bare minimum. And it just really helped shape my outlook and understanding my worth when I was dating.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also like running alongside these guys of not being like sitting there being like, okay, I hope that he does this for me, as opposed to like he should. And then and as should we do nice things for guys, right? Like I feel like it was this sort of quality based, everyone know their worth, everyone like step up to the plate, and then like gift and do nice things for each other accordingly. Like I really thought it was less of a sort of a victim mentality and more of like a everyone deserves a piece of the pie. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's a really, and we'll play the TikTok, but it's a really great TikTok to listen to, I think, if you are someone who's always kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky that they're doing this for me, or you just have like that mentality that you just described, because you deserve, like if you get flowers or if someone does something for you, you should be saying, of course, like I deserve that because I am the best.
Yeah, I agree. And then, yeah, I agree. And then what do you even think about like if he's not doing those things for you, but you want him to? It kind of helped me in the sense of still knowing you deserve them, not asking yourself, why is he not, like, am I not good enough? Just like knowing you are good enough.
Yeah. That's another good point is maybe you should reevaluate that relationship with that person. Obviously have a conversation and like maybe ask before you just assume. But if you're constantly asking like, hey, I really want flowers. I really want flowers. It'd mean so much to me if I could have flowers and they never do. You should be like, I deserve these flowers. If this person can't give me the bare minimum of what I deserve, they aren't meant for me. Or this person isn't meant for me.
Totally. And then even a step further of like maybe they aren't the acts of service type, but if you know, like if you can stand in your confidence, be like, of course I deserve these things, and then just like telling him, then I bet he'll be like very open to receiving that of like, oh, sorry, I didn't even think about that, but like, yeah, you're right, you totally deserve those.
Yeah, I always think like a lot of people, I don't even know if he wanted to, he would fits in here, but I can't remember who told me. I feel like we've had this conversation before even, but you'll know when someone like, or you have like a good partner or you're deserving, or that you'll just know you're like with a good person or you have a good partner is if they don't necessarily usually do what you're wanting, but they take that step to make sure that they can complete that task for you. So for example, if you're dating someone who's never gotten a girl flowers before, usually doesn't, but they know how much it means to you and they go out of their way to do it, like that means that they like truly love and care for you. I don't know, I feel like maybe I'm just rambling at this point. My brain's a little confused right now.
No, I'm like a little bit confused too, but I understood exactly what you just said. And I think it's, you and I have talked about this a lot of like understand how your partner receives as opposed to how you give, and being like, okay, this doesn't have to do with me, but how do you receive, and then we're giving in that way. I do agree with that.
Yeah, but overall, I really like that TikTok. It has a lot of likes, a lot of likes for a reason.
I cannot believe that's my topic. I mean, that's hilarious.
That is so funny. I'm dead.
Oh, you did say I used to do this, love this. You commented that. Okay. Yeah. I thought I put the TikTok in there, but then I was like, but I didn't write this. And I thought you were telling me about the TikTok. And then I was like, dude, I also saw that TikTok.
I'm dead. No, I used to do this. I used to, like, if my friends were ever like, oh, but he always plans the dates. He's so great. I'd be like, girl, you deserve to have the dates planned. Like, don't put him up on this pedestal. Like, you deserve that. So I used to always practice that when I was dating. It's a very helpful tool.
It's very helpful tool. And like, so just so you guys know, we have this notes app. That's what we're referring to right now. And I guess I put the TikTok in the notes app, but then Jordyn commented on it, and then I thought that they were all her. So that's what happened there.
People listening are gonna be like, get your shit together. Sorry.
Yeah. Our bad. I do have a question though. Do you know why people are thanking Beyonce? Have you seen that trend? I saw like 3 TikToks in a row. It's like, I'd like to thank Beyonce, or like, I'm doing XYZ and I forgot to thank Beyonce. Like, why? Oh, I thought you would know that like for sure in a minute. Okay, let me Google it.
I'm not a big Beyonce gal. I'm not like on Beyonce TikTok. Is it maybe because she open up for Kamala at one of her rallies? Maybe that's why.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. No, I guess it's what started out as a conspiracy theory is now a trend that has everyone on social media thanking Beyonce. This all began when social media users noticed an unusual trend in celebrity artists thanking Beyonce in their acceptance speeches after being nominated for major awards. Although the artists did not collaborate with Beyonce to create their awarded projects, the many artists still used their acceptance speeches as a moment to express their admiration and a higher regard for the singer. Okay, so I guess it just became like an on-trend joke.
That's funny. Julie's
saying, okay, it's a conspiracy theory too, like people who ended up dying.
Oh, no, Beyonce low-key scares me. Like
Yes.
Do you agree?
Sorry, you're right. Yes. Oh, I've always agreed. I think there's like they people like link Beyonce to the Illuminati, and then there's also this P. Diddy thing that's going to come up as a rapper and producer. Oh, I guess due to this, the reputations of many celebrities are being called into question, allegedly. I don't know. I guess Beyonce's got some link to that. But I agree, Beyonce's low-key is scary. There's too much. There's too many unknowns. But thank her for that. But thank her.
I'm getting a little bit of this conspiracy theory from the Brits from This Is the Worst. If you guys don't listen to that podcast, please do, because they're the best and they're under our network. But they were talking about Beyonce's deflating baby bump. I don't know if you ever saw that conspiracy theory.
Saw that, yes.
And because allegedly, so Jay-Z had an affair with this woman, and people think, and this woman is deceased now, and people think allegedly that Beyonce had this woman killed after she gave birth to the baby, and then pretended to be pregnant, and then Blue Ivy is actually the other woman's child, not Beyonce's child. And she just faked her pregnancy.
That's the kind of stuff, though, that I think that is going on around Beyonce. Like, I think we should just thank her and move on.
Yeah, she scares me.
I think the trend is like, and we'd like to thank Beyonce. We would like to thank her. We're scared.
This isn't on the list, but just because we were just talking about conspiracy theories, have you seen the new cult on TikTok, Rebuilding Atlantis?
No.
Yeah, so apparently, I mean, we are just so lucky that there is a cult happening right before our eyes that we get to experience. But long story short, there's this man who bought a ton of land in Texas, and all he's saying is like, I have all this land. I hate the rich because they buy all this property and then refurbish it and then sell it at higher prices so the poor can't purchase homes. So what he did is he like bought all this land and is like, anyone can come live on this land. I won't supply you with housing and this or that, but you can bring your RV, you can build a tent, you can sleep in a sleeping bag. I don't care, but this land is your land. And he started doing this, I believe, a year ago, and now people are starting to come live on his land. And it's just like the craziest stories happening, and people are like, this is going to turn into a cult, and it's going to be happening in front of our eyes. And it's not considered a cult like necessarily at this moment, but how he is preaching and how people are like looking to him as he's the leader of this land. He is, because he keeps saying, he's like, we need to start a revolution. We need to start a revolution. And he's just calling it Rebuilding Atlantis. So people are like, oh no, this is going to be a cult.
Let's talk about Skims. I'm actually wearing their boxers right now. I wear the tight boxers and the loose fitting boxers. They have been my postpartum dream. But also, let's talk about bras, because you guys know Jordan got me hooked on Skims forever ago because their t-shirt bra, their underwire bra, like every single bra they make is incredible. J-Dub, what do you have to say?
I have to say that the only bra I will ever wear for the rest of my life are Skims bras. Now that winter, it's not like winter, it's like more so fall, but like seasons are getting a little bit colder, so I'm wearing longer sleeve shirts, but they're a little tighter, so I can't not wear a bra. I've been wearing the Skims bras like every single weekend, and they are so comfortable. I feel like I don't even have it on. I can't say enough about how comfortable they are.
And so the bra that she has is the wireless form t-shirt bra, which it gives you the support that you need, but it doesn't feel like a traditional underwire bra, which just like hurts and you can't wait to take it off when you get home. The Skims is truly so comfortable, and I have the same one. So I know you guys are all like, how fast can I order it? If you guys want to shop Skims bras, go to skims.com, now available in 62 sizes, 30A through 46H. If you haven't yet, be sure to let them know that we sent you. So after you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu. We cannot stress enough, these are the best staples. They are so cozy in these bras. They feel like you're wearing nothing. Happy shopping. It's just not the way it's supposed to go. Like, that's very utopian, right? Like, that's that's going to be a movie about that in 30 years. And like, yeah, someone's going to kill their neighbor and they're going to be like above the law. They're going to get like zoned out for the law. That's just like so creepy. You know who else is buying land in Texas for their family to live on? Elon Musk. Did you see this?
No.
He's done a sort of version of what you just described, because doesn't he? He has a couple different baby mamas, right? 11 kids, what, 7 mamas or 11 mamas?
Jesus.
Some crazy number, but they're all going to live on the same plot of land so they can be raised together, and he can just pop in and visit them all at the same time.
Oh, so a little compound. No. What's the word? Oh my God.
Commune.
It's commune. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's what Elon's up to. Yeah, I know. Crazy, huh?
Gotta love it. Next thing you know, we're gonna all have our own little villages. I don't even know. I can't say that word for some reason. Communes.
Imagine, like,
Communes.
okay. Also, like, just really quickly, I know this is not a politics podcast, but did you see Kill Tony at the Trump rally?
Yeah.
That was the miss of the century.
I mean, he goes on the list of like some of the most disgusting human beings that are out there.
Like, we like to be objective of both sides. I thought the serving of the French fries was really funny, okay? I think that the Kill Tony was a massive miss. Like, why did we just blend? I would have liked to have seen him make fun of, like, individuals or something, I guess, if we are going to tie politics and comedy together, which I don't understand. But I really thought it was, like, a tasteless miss.
Oh, it was so tasteless. And he was like, there's just no words other than what he said was very disgusting and offensive, and it was just a miss. And I don't even know why. Like, well, I don't know why Trump picked him, but I think it was a huge miss for that political party as well, having him give his little speech.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't get that one bit. Okay, we can move on from that.
People, this podcast episode is literally. I came in today being like, I feel like I have a little bit of my period brain, so I might be a little cuckoo.
Oh, sorry. And I'm not doing a good job balancing you out. I'm taking you on a roller coaster, quite literally.
This episode will just be called Brain Fog.
Yeah, this episode. Okay, what's your platonic ick?
Okay, so have you ever gotten the ick from a friend?
Yes.
Okay, because we talked a lot about our icks we get with men. What are icks you've gotten from your friend, or like what's your platonic ick?
A good platonic ick for me is like, don't tell anyone but. And it's like you don't know them that well. And so I just feel like that's a really dangerous place to go, because it's like, don't tell anyone. Like, you have, I saw this meme of Khloe Kardashian like biting her lip, and it's like when you overshare to your friend who tells everyone everything, and it's like you have no idea who you're dealing with if it's like early on in a friendship. So that always makes me take a step back. So I think I classify that as an ick. What's yours?
Well, quick, I totally agree with you. There's nothing more I get like the quick ick from is when you first meet someone. Like, let's say you're with like a group of 3 of your friends, and there's like a new friend that comes in, and then next thing you know, she's like talking shit on a lot of people, and you're like, whoa, I don't even know you, and you're giving me all the tea and gossip on all these people. And they always say like, don't tell anyone but. And I'm like, well, girl, no, I'm not gonna ever trust you, because what are you saying to all these other people about me?
Like, you're trusting me to not tell anyone when you have no idea if I have a big mouth or not? Like, wait, what?
Yes. What did you say at the sentence? Or don't tell anyone but, or what was yours?
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, don't tell anyone but. And it's like, don't tell, like, we're not allowed to tell people this, and you're telling me? We just met. Yeah, no,
that's a good one. Mine is more of a shallow one. Mine is, I get the ick when my friends don't wash their hair, which I know is almost every single girl, but I think it's so icky. Or if people don't shower for multiple days in a row. Miss.
The hair thing, that doesn't count. You do realize on the other side of the internet, which is not your side of the internet, your unwash your hair every day side, there's this like goal, and it's like the longer you can go without washing your hair, like the healthier your hair is for us who use color.
I think that's a conspiracy theory though, because which wouldn't make sense because you would think that people would want you to wash your hair every day because then you would have to spend more money on shampoo and conditioner and going to the hair salon. But I swear my hair is healthy and my skin is clear because I wash my hair every day. If I don't wash my hair, I get acne. Especially like right here.
Really?
Yeah.
No, if I wash my hair every day, like my hair is greasier.
That's
it
wild.
Really is. I know. Maybe it's the coloring and like the blonde in it or something, but no, like I try. My hairdresser will say like, this is what he said to me last time I went, how often do you wash your hair? And I was like, I'm trying to do 2 to 3 times a week. And he's like, really try to do 2, if not 1.
That's crazy.
I know. Like
so
at least, I guess I give you the ick.
At least your hair though looks nice. I've never looked at you and been like, your hair is greasy. Not once.
It really doesn't get like it. I know it's really hard to explain, but like I think it's the color though. I think it's like the coloring of it.
Yeah, because I would say like greasy hair on girls, like I'm sorry, but that makes me want to literally take a bucket and shampoo and wash their hair for them. I'd be like, just come with me. Ugh. Come with me to the sink so I can wash your hair, please.
Like stringy greasy. I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah. I just
no, that's a good friend ick. I have another one.
What?
Like inability to pivot in situations, like if you're all out doing something and you show up and like you had a reservation for 6 and you get there at the restaurant and they're like, oh my God, you made the reservation for tomorrow, not today. No problem. Like that's what I want everyone to have a really good attitude and be like, no big deal, let's do something else. But there's always like one person that's just like, wait, what? And it's just like, no, come on, we got to be able to pivot, like we got to be able to move, because then you're not afraid to like go do things with them.
Yes, that is such a good one. Speaking of that, I actually have another one too. When you were just like, we hate this about our friends in this. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. When you have like, you're in a group chat with your friends and you have this one friend that says no to every single idea you're saying, but they won't give their opinion on what they want to do. So you're like, where do you want to eat? And they're like, I don't care. And then you're like, XYZ, no, XYZ. No, XYZ, no. And then you're like, okay, you pick. And they're like, but I don't care. I'm like, if you don't have any input, you don't get an opinion.
Totally agree. And they just keep saying like, and it's not even like no, but it's like the vibe there's bad. Okay, give me another one. Get like, participate.
I remember that happened one time. We were going to this concert and I didn't even know this girl. But she was going with like my close friends. And I was like, okay, where do you guys want to go to dinner beforehand? And everyone was like, I don't care. So I like was throwing out suggestions. And she'd be like, that one's too far. Oh, I can't eat that food. I don't like that place. And then I was like, then where do you want to go? I'm really open to anything though. I was like, I'm about to hit you.
The I'm really open to anything though is the best, because it's like you're not though, because we're sitting here and like going through them. I like, this just feels like this is our most negative episode ever, but I have one more now that you've said that.
Let's go.
It's the tab hater. The tab, like the person that's like hawking the tab, and like then the tab comes and they're like nickel and diming you, and it's just like everyone put their cards down. We almost all ordered the same thing. Everyone had 3 drinks. We split all the food. This is not the time to be like, you know, or they don't pull out their card, and it's just like, be a participant in the tab.
Yes. I could not agree more. Like if I'm at dinner with my friends and I have a friend who doesn't drink, like isn't drinking at all, but let's say I get like 3 glasses of wine, I will always say, no, I'll put my card down and I'll Venmo you just for your food because I'm not going to make you pay for my drink. And totally. Most of the time my friends are like, I could care less. Let me just put my card down, because I'm that friend. I'm like, with my close girlfriends, I'm like, I don't care. We all pay for it back and forth. But when I'm at like a table and I don't really know someone and they're like, well, I'm not putting my card down. I only had the chicken. I didn't even eat the guacamole that we shared for everyone. I'm like, there's the door.
like then don't come. Like, then don't come, because we need to be it's not about the tab, it's about the experience. Like, come on.
I was at dinner with my old roommate and Pete, and we got food and appetizers and stuff, and all the appetizers went on my card, and I was just like, they were like, oh my god, let me Venmo you. I'm like, I don't care. I was like, Paige, you and I live together. We have spent so much money on each other. Like, I would, it doesn't matter to me. Pete, shut up. I was just like, I don't care with you guys. Like, exactly. I'm like, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then I think when people don't care, like it, and then next time somebody else puts their card down, it's one thing to be, okay, good Lord, I got another one, but the moocher that lets you pay every time, right? That's not good either, okay? So it's like, if you and I go out to dinner and I'm like, I got it, and then, you know, we go out to like 7 coffees in a row and like you get them and then like I get one, it's like, I don't feel so tense about it and like taken advantage of, right? We feel like what goes around comes around, and like we're both just like happy to, you just like keep a mental running tab kind of.
Yeah, like if it's under $20, I don't care if my friend Venmos me or not. Like, especially like your close friends. It's like, oh, I'm gonna run to Starbucks. Do you want anything? And then they're like, what can I Venmo you? I'm like, shut up. Like, I don't want your money for a coffee, because I know in 3 weeks you're probably gonna pay for my coffee. Like, it just doesn't matter. But I hate when it's like a friend's like, I'm gonna go to Starbucks. Okay, you owe me $5.32. I'm just like, whatever. Like, I don't care.
Right. Like, can you just go next time and get it, please?
Or like the person who Venmos you the exact cent. I'm like, shut up. Round up or down. I'd rather lose money than pay you a cent.
Yeah. Well, have you ever Venmo'd up like a 42 cents? Like
no, but I've had a lot of people who've done it to me, and I'm like, no.
Oh, on principle, you got to round up to the nearest dollar.
Right? But I'm saying, like, I would rather have you round down if you want it. Like, I'd rather not have that extra 50 cents.
Right.
Like, I don't want it.
I agree. I do wish, like, we in general as a currency system operated on just no change.
Yeah, I agree, because change doesn't fit in our purses.
It's not conducive. I completely agree.
Okay, maybe a little bit more of a positive note.
Yeah, I hate, like, oh, that was like that was tough, because I feel like typically, listen, the best friend green flag non-ick is like the positive ones, and we didn't pass that vibe check just then, so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Every once in a while, you just gotta get real and talk about the red flags and icks and friendships.
Yeah. It's funny though, because like I know your point was that platonic icks do exist, and they do exist.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this will be more positive, but have you ever heard of secret single behaviors?
Yes. Well, no, but because of this, yes.
Okay, so if you are listening and you've never heard of it, essentially this term came from Sex and the City. Carrie Bradshaw coined it, and it's the behaviors you do, the behaviors you did when you were single behind closed doors, or the behaviors you do when your partner leaves the home. So for example, it could be like you shaving your mustache, like the things you don't want your partner to see that you still do. And I was wondering what yours were. And I also asked our listeners, and I have a list of ones they've done.
Okay, I cannot wait to hear what theirs are. But mine is like chin hair, like picking it with a tweezer. Murder me to say this out loud, but it's like my number one. But the problem is, our bedroom, like we don't have a bathroom door. So we have like a round, like we look like we live in a tree house where the windows, like our bathroom kind of like goes into, it's like this modern no door thing. So if Harrison's sitting in bed on his laptop and I'm in the bathroom, like he can see me. And so I gave up on this about a month ago, where I just started, like, I would just use the tweezers on the chin. And like, I've just seen him watch, like we'll be in the middle of a conversation. He doesn't say anything. I don't know if he knows what I'm doing. He has no idea what I'm doing. But that was definitely mine. But the cat's out of the bag on it now. So what's yours?
Dead. Mine is dermaplaning the mustache.
Yeah.
Pete has never, well, he listens to the podcast. He has never and will never see me do that. And whenever Pete goes on a work trip, I eat so many meals in bed. And his rule is we don't eat in bed, but when he leaves, I love to eat in bed. That is my guilty pleasure.
And then do you change the sheets?
Well, I usually put like a blanket over, like I like will put a blanket sometimes over me when I eat, so it doesn't actually like get into the bed.
Okay, that's really smart. Yeah, those are two very good ones. He doesn't like eating in bed. I'm with that.
So I asked our listeners, and there were so many responses, and they're so good. So some of them was so a lot of them was fully eating in bed. Someone was like eating an entire box of donuts. Now my husband judges me. Pooping with the door open, waxing my coochie, a lot of like cleaning down there, eating all my meals in bed, cleaning my ears. That's a big one.
Oh.
Like getting all the wax out of your ears. Eating straight from the bag of shredded cheese over the kitchen sink, handfuls.
Did Harrison submit that?
No, does he do that?
Well, he just loves the shredded cheese. Yeah, loves it.
I'm dead. Nail clipping or cleaning them, shaving my nose, shaving my toes. That's a funny one.
Oh, shaving the toes. Okay, that's a good one.
Popping pimples. See, I love popping Pete's pimples, so.
Oh, I saw the trend, like, then I go and spoil it all by saying, and then you were like, can I pop your pimple? And I was like, ah!
I love popping Pete's pimples. It's so fun.
No.
Let's see. Plucking chin hair. That was a few of them.
There we go. Heck yeah, those are my people.
A lot of them are around trimming hair and just eating a bunch of different things like out of the bag or like drinking from the carton.
Brutal.
Tampons in the trash. That's a big one. I always wrap mine up in toilet paper because I'm like, oh, if Pete ever saw that, I'd be so grossed out.
That's actually a really good one.
Looking for small ingrown hairs on my legs and tweezing them out.
Oh gosh, that's actually a good one. Ugh, yeah.
Wait, there's so many plucking my chin hairs. I'm dead. See, all of us girls are the same.
That's the thing. There wasn't one outlier in there that I was like, oh yeah, no, gross. It's like, yeah. I don't drink like from the cartons and things, but I do get doing that. You guys, it's cuffing season, and we have been talking about our new favorite dating app, which is from First Rounds on Me. I think it's like the most genius A, name, B, acronym, but C, get rid of the swiping and the in-app texting because that's the worst use of time. And so with From, you get out of the apps and you get into IRL, in real life dating. And Jordyn, I feel like you're the best person to talk about this because you were on the apps. And what do you love about From in comparison to the other apps?
The best part about From is you get to like escape the swipe trap of just swiping, or talking to people for weeks on end before they actually ask you on a date. I think that was the worst. Like, you get so excited because you'd match with someone and then they would just keep talking. You're like, why haven't we had a date planned yet? But with From, you get to schedule that date immediately, and you actually get to be proactive and intentional with your dating, and you actually get to meet these people IRL, which is the best part. So I feel like just so much more success comes from than the other dating apps.
I totally agree. And so some features that I want to highlight are the date is guaranteed to be planned. You can keep things intentional, and you say goodbye to small talk. And there's nothing better than that because it's truly a good use of both people's time. So if you guys are ready for a dating experience that you'll be thankful for, pun intended, happy November. This November, skip the endless swipes and shallow connections. From is here to help you find dates worth being grateful for. The best part, guys, listen, this is seriously the best part. The first 500 listeners to use code MeanGirl will receive a free month of From's top tier terracotta subscription. That's code MeanGirl. All you have to do is search From or First Rounds on Me in the iOS or Android app store, or click the link that we have in YouTube. Download the app and use the code to start connecting. This November, let From help you find dates that are worth celebrating. Remember, that's code MeanGirl, and the first 500 of you get it for free.
One of mine was I love candy, and when I was single and whenever Pete leaves, I will like just eat like a whole bag of candy. I'll just like sit in the kitchen and like Octobuddy my phone to the cabinet, and I'll just like doom scroll and eat all my candy while standing.
That's like so just relatable though, like just sitting down, because I don't know why I'll do that too. Like I'll just eat more when he's gone, I guess. And it's like, why?
Same.
I'm not hungrier. I'm just, what, are we bored? I don't know.
Pete's gone. I'm like, well, I guess I'll just eat ice cream for dinner then.
Yeah, it's really funny like what we'll let ourselves do when it's just like we're home alone.
If any
like,
man is
ugh.
listening, sorry, we're spoiling it. Girls are gross.
Yeah, it's like, ooh. Yeah, I like that. What's your PDA question?
Oh, so Julie wanted me to ask you this.
Oh no.
Are you and Harrison PDA?
I said to Harrison today, I said, PDA is on the topic list. We both started laughing. Like, more PDA than I've ever been before? Totally, yes. And I think it's like, are we sitting on the same side of the booth? No, unless Tate's there sometimes, actually. He'll just, like, kiss me on the forehead, though, and things out in public. Totally, yes.
I noticed
and
that.
I, like, love to hold his hand.
Which is crazy, because I never took you for an affectionate person before.
Never really was. But, like, with him, it's not like... You're not going to catch us, like, making out on the street by any means. But, like, he'll definitely, like, kiss my forehead or things way more than anybody else ever did. Yeah.
I remember when I was in Texas with you guys, I saw him kiss you a few times, and I was like, ew, what's happening? I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think it's like and I like it. Like, I think it's I guess it's like, I don't know what it is.
I'm like that
yeah,
with anyone,
like,
though. Like, I don't want to see any of my friends' boyfriends kiss them.
But see, I agree. But you know what? Actually, it's so funny. I've lessened on it. I used to be so like, but now I do think about it differently, because who did I see doing it? Who was I around? Oh, I don't know. I was around some couple though. And they like kissed, and I was like, oh. And then I was like, wait a second, I've totally changed.
You have.
Because I used to have been
so
like,
funny.
oh my gosh. Yeah, but I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I guess it's because it's more like he'll do forehead kisses and things. But yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because I don't have a baby, but I feel like when you see someone you love give birth to your child, like, you just have a different appreciation for them. I don't know. I feel like when he looks at you, he's like, he just loves you so much more in like a different way now, because you birthed his baby girl.
No, that's what it is though. And it was even that, like, through pregnancy, I think he felt this like protection sense towards me and I think a lot of guys feel that, because it's like they can't carry the kid, obviously. So like, you're doing it for both of you. And then I think he feels like connected to that, because when we first started dating, it really wasn't like that. And it's definitely morphed into it. But that's why I think I find it so much sweeter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's interesting. I saw the topic list and I literally started laughing, and I was like, oh my God. Oh. And I said, Julie's going to be there. She's going to know. And I got an answer, honestly.
I'm dead.
So funny.
I think we only have 10 minutes left. So should we do listener question, and we can save the other topics for when we record in person?
Yeah, I love Bench Holiday. We gotta save Bench Holiday.
Okay. This listener question is a good one though.
Okay. Listener question: is the slow burn worth it? I've been going on dates with this guy and it's going well. I'm just not sure how I feel. For context, I saw him tagged on a mutual friend's Insta pic and I thought he looked cute, normal, and like somebody I'd vibe with. I slid into his DMs, LOL. And fast forward to now, we've been on 4 dates. First was fine, second was amazing, third was fourth was much better. We are getting more comfortable with each other as we get to know each other. We're still essentially strangers, but I don't know if I'm feeling that pull or giddiness I think you should have when you're starting to like somebody. I know there's no timeline for feelings and every story or dating story is different, but I'm not sure if I just don't know him well enough yet as a person/friend to feel those feelings. I'm inherently more traditional and take things slow because I feel the need to get to know someone well, like as a best friend before any romantic moves are made. In the grand scheme of things, we're two humans who are trying to get to know each other from nothing before, but should I be feeling anything romantic yet? Should I keep going on dates until I'm more sure? What's your take on dating and two whole strangers meeting to loving type situation?
I love this question because I feel like we've talked about the slow burn a lot and how usually if you have like that initial hot and heavy spark with someone, it could sometimes be love bombing. But what gets me with this is I feel like by date 4, you should be feeling a little bit of a less of a slow burn and it just should start turning into like the butterflies.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we want like some kind of a spark, right?
Yeah.
I would. There's got to be something keeping you coming back except for a piece of paper, like the resume that he looks normal. You think he has potential. It's like, I agree. You do need to feel something.
Yeah, because I'm afraid that if it continues down this route, it will just be like a really good friendship and there won't be like a romantic involved. Like she won't have romantic or maybe even physical feelings for this person. Like I remember I dated a guy who, he was just like so much fun. He was great, but I like wouldn't have cried if I never saw him again. But when I saw him, I was like, this is fun, but I didn't want him to like touch me or anything. I was like, you're just like, I wish we could be best friends. Like I love hanging out with you, but I wish we could just be best friends. And I feel like, I know for a fact that was never going to change. Like it didn't matter that we were strangers. Like I was never going to romantically fall for this person.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good point. Like you want to have butterflies when you're going to see them and like you're excited about it. And if you don't feel that, then what's the point? I think date 1 and 2 is like a really good way of gauging that. And then like date 4, I think you should definitely have felt something.
Yeah, because I mean by date 4, that could be you talking to this person for 2 months even by that point, depending on how busy your schedules are.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think... But I don't know, then there's like some friends that end up saying they have like the biggest crush on somebody. But no, I think the people that even say they have crushes, they always had them. They just never said it.
I agree. Because like this person's like intentionally going on these dates wanting to fall for this person and their body and brain isn't allowing them. Where like if you're friends, your subconscious is kind of like your friends. You can't fall for this person.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like maybe give it one more date, but I would say that you guys just might not have that chemistry that you need for a good, like a successful relationship, romantic relationship.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that. Speaking of,
Right.
I am trying to finish Tell Me Lies. Speaking of romantic relationships, it's good. I'm on episode 8.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm back in. I after last week, I was like, let me try one more episode, and I actually really do like it.
Okay, I forget, in season 1 is episode 8 the last of the season?
No, I think there's like 11 or something.
Ugh, I'm so jealous that this is your first time watching it. I would give anything to be able to relive that show.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna watch it on the plane too. Like I'm really enjoying it. So thank you for relighting that flame.
Of course. What's your rec for this week?
That's my rec. That's where I went. I think that I think if people haven't seen it, I now agree with you that people should see it.
Okay, if you're listening, go home and watch Tell Me Lies right now.
Yeah, what's your rec?
So my rec is, unfortunately, you won't know what this is because you refuse to read fantasy books, but I'm officially on the last book of Throne of Glass, which is Sarah J. Maas's part of her universe. Like ACOTAR that we've talked about was one of her series. Throne of Glass is another. Crescent City is another. And after I finish this last book, I will have her whole universe wrapped up in a nice little bow until ACOTAR 5 comes out. Or 6, sorry. But I just have to, my rec is, if you have not read this series, you just got to. It's so good, so well written. She's just one of those authors that ties everything together so well, and everything just ends up making sense. And I don't know how people do this, but like people that met in her first book are connected somehow in her 7th book. I'm like, how do you do this? Like, she's such a smart author. She's a genius.
That's what people are obsessed with this series, with her that you're referring. Like, I don't really know if they're I don't know how it's all intertwined, but I see it everywhere, and she's doing something right because people are obsessed for a reason.
She's so smart. So that's my rec. If we'll start with ACOTAR if you haven't read any of her books, but after ACOTAR, do Throne of Glass. Honestly, skip Crescent City because that series sucks. But that's my rec.
Okay, that's fabulous. I can't wait to see you, and I'm so happy that next week's going to be in person.
I know. I'll see you in a few days. And if you're listening, get excited for next week's episode because we will be back together recording in New York City for the first time in like a year. Not a year, but a long time.
Like 10 months. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yay. Okay. We love you guys. Keep sending us your listener questions, Am I the Assholes, stories, everything, because we love reading them. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, more Am I the Assholes. I love those. So
do I. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, that's it for today's episode. As always, thank you for listening to Mean Girl Pod, powered by Just Media House. I'm Alex Bennett.
And I'm Jordyn Woodruff. So, AB, do what you do best.
If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, rate, and review. We are at Mean Girl Pod on all platforms. Stay connected with us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Snapchat at Mean Girl Pod. Podcast and social artwork and post-production by Creative Evolution Studios. Theme song to the Mean Girl Pod performed by Sergi Asbel. Mean Girl Pod, we're your besties in your ear. New episodes every Monday.